From Madison, Wisconsin, it's Pro Side Soccer, a USL League One rivalry showdown between the Birds at Breese Stevens Field. Forward Madison FC is 1-1-2. The Union Omaha Owls are 1-2-0. I'm Gabriel Fry, glad you're along for the ride for what promises to be a great matchup between these two sides tonight. Taking a look at the history between these two, last season, 12 total goals scored in 3 matches. It was a barn burner last year. It's shaping up to be the same this season because both of them desperately need the victory with where they stand on the latest table in USL League One play. Let's take a look at the standings for the league. Up top, it's Naples, Velocity, and the Kickers in the top 3 spots. We find our birds of a feather flocking together in the 11th and 12th spot. An abysmal start for these two sides who both desperately need an outright victory to push themselves into a middle spot on the table in USL League One play. The Flamingos, what's going on? It's one of their worst starts in club history. In fact, it's the worst through 4 matches since 2022, and they started with just 3 points, 0 wins, 1 loss, and 3 draws. The Mingos are playing at home tonight, which is big for them, and they're going to look to capitalize on that and see if they can't power themselves to a victory. They've only played 1 match at home this season, which was a draw. The Owls are on the road. They tend to play a lot more conservatively on the road. They're going to look to stay in shape and play heavily on the defensive side. It's their worst start in club history through 3 matches. A goal differential of -2. Can they power themselves to an outright win and get those 3 points? Can they get the result on the road? Well, we're going to find out, and they really need it. A barn burner, a rivalry matchup in USL League One play. The Birds, it's the Owls and the Flamingos, and we'll have every single highlight, every goal, and every big play when we return in USL League One on ESPN.
It's an S.
Not bad. My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa.
Soy Juan Galindre.
I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin.
Justicia.
Justice.
Justice. Justice.
Justice from the ground. Justice from the ground up.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person, with new vehicles arriving every day. Your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
In Madison, Wisconsin, USL League One, it's the Birds. The Flamingos and the Owls square off at Breese Stevens Field. We're just moments away from getting started. Let's take a look at the lineup for the home Flamingos tonight. The starting 11, and of course anchored on the back end by you-know-who, Mr. Shipman. Burned has been a staple for this club. Played over 3,000 minutes, 14 clean sheets in 2024. He was called up to the Philippines national team ahead of the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifying matches. They'll lean on him tonight. Up front, Gebhardt will be the staple offensively. Let's take a look at the away lineup. The Owls, Omaha, Same story, different club, different crest. Nuhu is the guy on the back, and they've leaned on him. 2022 League One Goalkeeper of the Year, two-time Golden Glove Award winner. And up front, Gomez, Gallardo, Bronick will power the attack for this side. Can they power the Owls to a win tonight? We'll find out. About ready to get going between these two sides. It's a League One rivalry matchup between Forward Madison FC and the Owls of Union Omaha. We've got it all. Glad you're along for the ride. Gabriel Schrei. This is going to be an exciting one. Madison, the Flamingos on your screen, wearing their home light blue tonight with the pink accents. And the Owls wearing those white diamond pattern on the road. These two sides have to play as hard as they can. Both are near the bottom of the table. A victory outright tonight powers one of these clubs into the middle of the table. Without it, it's going to just continue to get worse and worse. If they play to a draw, dropping this match means they'll drop to one of the very bottom spots in the league, potentially last on the table after the weekend. They need the victory. Both of these clubs promising to bring everything they've got in this rivalry showdown tonight. We'll have all the action as this looks to be a fantastic showdown. The Owls will start working from left to right in this first 3/4 of an hour of play. Union Omaha puts us underway in USL League One, a rivalry between the Birds. Owls pitch this long, it's rejected immediately by the Flamingos, and they'll gather on the back. Madison delivers to the touchline, and now quickly the Mingos try to put this down towards the wing. Gathered momentarily, couldn't maintain possession and put backwards. Crow inside, chip down, long feed. This one is centered and sent back door. No one there to gather. I think he's looking for Boyce, and the right midfielder from St. Louis couldn't get onto it in time. Misfired the pass, but the Flamingos were able to regather. Dumped ball, Marco Milanese is the first to it. The center back controlled for the Owls, and it rolls off over the touchline as our first minute is in the books. Mingos through midfield, controlled in the back of the circle. Jake Kroll, the Austrian, left off, ball return. Chips this around Gallardo, San Diego native, and it's sent off. Forward Madison will throw in. 1-1-2 through 4 league matches, 11th in USL League One standings. Looking for their first league win at Breese Stevens Field after drawing Texoma 1-1 in their home opener. Union Omaha, the Owls, 1-2-0 in league play. They dropped back-to-back matches after opening the season with a 3-run road win at Tormenta. The Owls currently sit 12th in the table. They have yet to play a home match this season. Ball rolls down and off over the end line. Goal kick as Union Omaha will take back over. Spent some time talking to coach this week. Matt Glazer is the boss along the pitch for Forward Madison. We had a great call, enjoyed getting to chat with him, had a lot of great things to say about Derek Gebhardt, and tons of respect for Union Omaha. He says this is a great lineup. Very worried about controlling them. He knows their play style. He knows they like to sit back and play with a lot of defensive pressure on the road. Madison, flip to the far side. Through midfield, he'll deliver long. The strike is going to roll through all the way back as Union Omaha returns this. Header from the edge of the circle and returned by Martinez. Isidro gathered for the Owls. They'll try the touchline initially. Floated backwards. Delivered carefully across to Owusu. The man from Ghana over the top, and it's headed away. Nicholas Brown, the left midfielder from Atlanta, Georgia, took it out of the air for the Flamingos. Returned, it's an aerial duel. This is taken up by the Mingos. Forward Madison. Beautiful day for the beautiful game. About 60 degrees and mostly sunny skies. Rolled across, Union Omaha. Trying the inside. The man from Brownsville, Texas, Martinez, didn't like the look ahead of him. Dish to Coleman. From the circle, this is back across to Owusu. Forward Madison doing a great job of maintaining shape, parking the bus a bit, setting back on their haunches in the final third of the field. Floated down the touchline towards the end of the field in the corner. Can't control initially and now forced off. Here's Coach Dominic. Coach has been fantastic since taking the helm for this club. He's big on the attacking front. Thrown in. Controlled by the Owls. Returned across to Gallardo. Attacking midfielder goes to the midfield stripe. On the end of the circle, Coleman. Left across to Samuel Owusu. Fend down perfectly to Akoff. Dion fighting his way to the end line. Pressure coming inside in front of the 6. Controlled and delivered away by the Flamingos. Out to midfield. Forward Madison. A wonderful job breaking that chance up. Brent Coleman, the Omaha native who came from Nashville Soccer Club. Controlled again. This time it's Max Schneider. Schneider looks both ways. Flamingos will dish this to Owusu. From the back of the midfield circles, we've entered the 6th minute and scoreless between these two sides. The Owls try down the touchline. Union Omaha, long delivery and gloved carefully by Shipman. Let's take a look at the keys to this matchup between these two sides. Both of them very similar. Madison needs to bend without breaking. Can forward Madison let them play up, press, bring pressure, take this away, counter, find ways to get creative? Similarly, Omaha Union needs to be very efficient defensively. That back line needs to communicate. As they switch those fullbacks, they need to be very aware of where the ball is and what forward Madison is trying to do to bend them out of shape. 7th minute arrives. Owusu left it off, and on the touchline, this goes off right in front of coach. English-born manager, 3rd season, 2-time USL League One Coach of the Year. Structured, disciplined clubs. Builds a wonderful roster. He's big on returning players. That plays a significant role in shaping his squad. How many familiar faces can he bring back? It fosters chemistry, it accelerates the development of the club. He knows how important that is and emphasized that in our call. Backwards goes forward Madison. Flamingos try a long feed over the top. The aerial ball taken in by Kroll. Jake battled away by the Owls. Union Omaha has this kicked off. Gomez, the man from El Paso, was trying to find his way through. Devin Boyce, former Owl, now a Flamingo. Boyce formerly played with Union Omaha. Now he plays with forward Madison. 6 goals, 4 assists, and 30 matches played last season. All league first team honors in 2024. Played 29 for Greenville Triumph in 2023. Scored a goal, 3 assists. He's actually Union Omaha's all-time leader in appearances. Ball's off. And so a dangerous start for the club in Sky Blue. Still a clean sheet as we're late in the 8th minute, but a set piece comes. And you can hear the home crowd, the supporters getting into this. Isidro Martinez, who came from the Colorado Hailstorm, delivers this. Rolls through deep in the wing, regathered on the touchline, and forward Madison sends it long. Flamingos ahead of steam. Nico Brown, the Georgia native, loses it, chipped through, and a blown tire. Juan Galindrez couldn't get that to go. The Colombian went down hard, and we've got a whistle. Midway through our 9th. Still slow to rise. Hopefully he's all right. The center forward, 6 goals, 5 assists, 27 key passes last season. We're going to take another look at what happened. This is Nico. Kind of grabbed at. I'm not sure if he landed funny on his arm. Not a big collision with a defender. Went down onto the pitch. Looks like he's all right, back on his boots, and will play on in our 10th minute as we're deadlocked and scoreless between Madison and Omaha. Helmeted back to midfield. And right away the call. This time against the Flamingos. They're emphatic that he is presenting some showmanship. We'll take another look. The center forward. Ball came his way. He had it. Some contact on the side of the leg with Mel, the center back from California. Let you decide. 10th minute closing in on the 11th as we're still scoreless. A clean sheet. Back and forth on the circle over the midfield stripe. Nearly a collision, a blown tire. Rolls off. Owls leave this. It'll be thrown in. Kroll, the Austrian, put it on. Delivered out to midfield and returned all the way to the area of forward Madison. Mingos try the far touchline. Sky blue and pink club out to midfield, and it's rejected by Coleman. The center back tries to send this all the way to the attacking third, and it pinballs its way off of the pitch. Throw in coming for the Owls of Union Omaha. Delivered, this one rattled off immediately, and now the Flamingos will throw in, or perhaps not. The referee says no. Adahan Yaya is our referee. Our ARs are Shane Richards and Eric Wood. Our 4th official is Peter Bernardi. Slow to rise is Isidro Martinez, the Texan. The midfielder came from the North Colorado Hailstorm, led USL 1 with 51 chances created in 2024. Isidro will be checked on by medical staff. We're going to get a change for Martinez. Mark Bronick, the striker from Brooklyn, New York, standing by. Wooten going to get the change. He'll come in place of Isidro Martinez. Hopefully Martinez is all right. Staff came on quickly, brought him some water. Quick words with coach before getting in. Martinez is up and coming off under his own power. Hopefully a good sign for the Union Omaha Owl. Forward Madison, 11th place in the league, 1-1-2, returning home, looking to snap a 3-match winless run. Suffered a 4-0 loss to the Indy 11 in the Jägermeister Cup. Flamingos have struggled to convert strong spells of possession into goals. They're relying on their club mainstay, Derek Gebhard, which is 2 goals shy of the all-time scoring mark to ignite their attack. Union Omaha has dropped back-to-back matches, a 2-0 defeat to New Mexico United last weekend. They're looking for a consistent front runner up front following the offseason exits of De La Bella and Steven Dos Santos. Nuhu remains the pillar and goal. Forward Madison, collision at midfield, blown tire we play on this time, only momentarily. Yaya stops us. Schneider this time draws it. Max Schneider from Cologne, Germany, signed from the Indy 11. Bayer Leverkusen grad. MLS experience with St. Louis. Rolled down to midfield. Akoff goes backwards. Controlled by forward Madison. Flamingos through traffic, left off, right side of the 18. A blast, and it's lifted long and far and sailing out of the stadium. Say goodbye to Brees Stevens. We'll take another look back at the shot. It was a great control of the ball. Forward Madison rolled that, flicked it to the backside. He runs onto the area, and just too much power as that sails into the trees. Sergio delivered across, now down to the touchline, controlled by Joe Gallardo. To the far side of the pitch, Owls coming up with it as Knapp. Defensive midfielder stops and sends this from midfield. A long strike of the ball. Forward Madison will have to regather and reset. Enter the Prince Tires Tailgate Kit Sweepstakes for a chance to win a prize pack worth up to $3,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now to enter today. A quarter of an hour played and deadlocked, scoreless in Wisconsin between the Owls and Flamingos. Helmeted once, now twice. Forward Madison can't establish possession. It's rejected by Union Omaha. Mel returns to the keeper. Shipman struck to the corner. From down near the touchline, Forward Madison tried to air that out, and it's taken away immediately by the Owls. Great footwork delivered from midfield and intercepted eagerly by the Mingos. Blue and pink rolls this across. Mitchell Osman gets his side started. Maybe in trouble. Owls intercept near the area. Slide tackled away. Push through from the corner of the 18. This goes off over the touchline. Forward Madison will take over with the ball. Great play defensively. Sliding through, getting onto the ball. Take another look at the play. Owls thought they had something going on the intercept. Joe Gallardo got through initially, and then Jose Carrera Garcia, central midfielder from Mexico, pushed it off. Another big collision, well beyond a quarter of an hour played now. And this time it's Milanese who goes down. The center back came from Ocean City to sign with Union Omaha. Another look at what happened. Two headers pinballed through, and he goes down hard. Awkward collision. Galindrez, not happy. Looks like he'll play on. Back onto his boots, Marco, the Italian. Long strike of the ball over the top for the Owls, and Union Omaha loses this to the Flamingos. Sent off intentionally by forward Madison. Garrett Gebhardt leads the team in goals, just 2 away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in club history. From the corner, delivered out to Gallardo. Locked up, he goes down. 18th minute, winding towards the 19th. Let's take a look at the latest injury report. On the availability report, Madison missing a pair. McLaughlin, very impactful. Obviously Malone, a big loss as well for Union Omaha. All these familiar faces. Both coaches told me, hey, we are struggling without some of our top guys. Back underway. Forward Madison through traffic. Tried the feed, and it did create some space. Flamingos wanted to knife his way around the defender, and Gebhardt has it sent off. Gebhardt's from Blue Hill, Maine. Recorded his 100th club appearance last season. This is his 5th consecutive year with the club. 19th minute winding, thrown in, returned backwards for forward Madison. Bent to the back door, intercepted by the Owls. Union Omaha, long strike of the ball, and this one goes well wide right as there's a huge collision beyond the area. Gomez still down. Take another look at what happened. The intercept is beautiful, has a head of steam, sliding in on the tackle. He is upended by Mitchell Osman, the center back from Sydney, Australia. Osman is arguing his case with Yaya. And this will be a great, great spot. A set piece coming. That's Adahan in the green on the left side of your screen, our referee for tonight's match. The Flamingos back in a defensive shell. 2 white kits already in the 6-yard box. This will come from the corner. A set piece for Union Omaha. Struck by the Owls, lasered into the area and taken away immediately by forward Madison. Flamingos head of steam through midfield. He's got a lot of room. Nico trailed heavily. Breaking away towards the end line, looking for help, rolled to the left side of the area. Ball's loose, Union Omaha's got it, and he's tripped. Taken down. Brett Coleman was onto the ball and looking to get moving. Coleman is from Omaha. 126 MLS appearances, part of MNUFC's first year in MLS. 21st minute winding. Owls towards the keeper and blown dead. Free kick for the Owls. Not a very large threat to forward Madison. Pleading his case. Carrera Garcia, multiple honors in college. U.S. soccer coaches, NCAA, all Far West region, all Pac-12 first team. Spent 2 years in League One, was Central Valley Fuego, 6 goals. Won in the 2023 USL Open Cup. Bent long over the top. Hammered and returned for the Owls. And Union Omaha has this intercepted expertly by the Mingos. Forward Madison strikes this, airing it out through midfield. Rejected by Coleman. He delivered to the far side. Union Omaha. Long strike of the ball and carefully gloved by Bernd Shipman. The keeper from Munster, Germany, looking fantastic at home tonight for the Flamingos. Shipman puts us back underway. What a header. Well delivered through midfield, but Union Omaha is able to take it away. That back line, bending, keeping shape, very, very good communication. That was one of our keys to this match. Can Union Omaha be effective and efficient on that back line, and they have to this point. Kept away from the Flamingos, who are playing up and out of shape. Madison towards the wing, collected and sent to the keeper. Shipman gets it from Mitchell Osman. Osman led the league in passes last season. 37 tackles, 100 clearances, 20 blocks, 33 intercepts. 4th year in the pink and blue, and all 4 is the captain of the club. Still scoreless between these two sides. Later in our 23rd minute as this one burns on in Madison, Wisconsin. Pinballed across to Coleman. He'll leave it for Owusu. Samuel tries airing it out over the top. Maybe in danger. Union Omaha tried to strike that around. Bronick couldn't get it to go. Shipman delivers. Aerial play will be returned to Samuel. All the way back into the wing and picked up by Shipman. Rattled out dead on from the penalty arc. Omaha Owls down into the area and cleared away intentionally by the Flamingos. Another look at a great feed down inside, taken up, and Gomez tried to put that onto the right side of the penalty arc. It's just booted away at the last possible moment. Mail makes the play defensively. Throw incoming for Omaha. Owls try to send this out front, right side of the area. Roped away by forward Madison. Flamingos after it. And this one is sent through. Forward Madison. What a play by the keeper coming way out. Nuhu, incredible. Forward Madison back with it. Flamingos from the left. An incredible diving save. Pull the splits out of your back pocket. Oh, baby. How did he make that play? Take another look at the keeper from Aquagana making the save. First of all, what a run through traffic by forward Madison. Nuhu comes all the way out, almost to midfield, makes the first save. The ball is set inside. He gets all the way back to the 6. Look at the splits. That's insane. Boyce, with a head of steam, has it taken away by the keeper. He gets it back. Devin feeds it inside. 2 highlight reel saves by Nuhu. That's unreal. We remain scoreless. Clean sheet. 25th minute about to give way to the 26th. Flamingos the set piece. Boyce delivers long strike. Front side of the 6. Bet out front. A hammered shot goes wide. Nuhu will take over. Goal kick for Union Omaha. Rolled across. Owls put us back underway. All the way back to the keeper. Select, the proud official match ball supplier of the USL. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-support.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice, us.select-sport.com. All the way back to the keeper. Owls try the far side early in our 27th minute. This has been a defensive struggle. A great job disrupting by Union Omaha to this point. Forward Madison just behind the center field stripe. They'll take over. A little bit of space to work with. They can't capitalize initially. Returns trying the far touchline. Flamingos dribbling with it. Bent down towards the area. Taken away by the Owls. Union Omaha can't stay with it. Gallardo over the center field stripe. Head of steam. Union Omaha just beyond the penalty arc. He's looking both ways. Delivered back door. Intercepted by the Mingos and cleared initially. Owls back out front onto the ball. Roped across. A pass down in front of the touchline. Returned by Akoff towards midfield. And a full reset for Union Omaha. For just a moment creating some pressure and danger and had to retry. Regather, restart. Flamingos now back onto the ball. They'll give it to their keeper. A handoff to Bernd Shipman. Bernd to the touchline, just beyond the area. Dangerous moment getting that around a pair of Owls. Out to midfield. Flamingos try the long outlet pass. Chipped through, backside. Nico Brown on top of it. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Trying to knife his way inside. Blown tire, he goes down. We play on. Beautiful defensive effort by the Owls. Again through midfield. They've got a head of steam now. Mark Bronick leaves it off. Tried to find Akoff, and it's broken up by forward Madison. Devin Boyce, the midfielder from St. Louis, Missouri, stops that. From the touchline, trouble. Madison returns this to their own wing, and now the keeper, Shipman. Forward Madison tries across the area. Now swept down the pitch. Lots of space to work with. Nico Brown. He's been very efficient scoring throughout his career professionally. Omaha Owls leave it off, no one there. Nico played for Lexington SC during their 23 and 24 seasons, 12 goals in 62 matches with the club. Played collegiately for Loyola University of Maryland, 62 games there, 9 goals, assisted on another 5. He played in 2021 for the Maryland Bobcats, scored a goal before transitioning to USL. '30th minute has arrived, almost a half of an hour in the books between these two sides as Shipman will take over with the ball. Down the touchline, sent inside. Flamingos into the middle third of the pitch. Forward Madison airing it out, great feed. He's looking both ways and wants some help. Mingos try the end line, long shot is going to be off of the pitch. Wanted that connection to Boyce just alongside the goal, and there was a little too much on the feed, sauced it off the field. Bear Insurance, a proud sponsor of Forward Madison FC, based in Madison. They've provided protection and peace of mind to businesses and individuals throughout the state of Wisconsin since 1928. One half of an hour played between these two sides in USL League One play. This rivalry matchup ended in a couple of draws last season. So far, scoreless in this, and it's a battle of frustration. Defensive chess maneuvers all the way up and down the field to this point. Madison's frequently lined up with 4 in the back. They like the 3-3, they like the 2-3-1. They rely on wide players to stretch the field. You've seen them go to Boyce and Nico a couple of times early. Set backwards. Omaha leans on that 4-4-2. They like to control the middle of the pitch and play more conservatively, especially when on the road. So far, they've done exactly that. We've seen a couple of scoring chances both ways. Flamingo's man goes down. Looks like he's all right. It's Jose Carrera Garcia. He's from Ciudad Cerdán, Mexico. Through midfield, out to the backside of the circle. Mingos, nifty move with the ball. Now he's double teamed. Somehow splits the difference in traffic. Flamingos stay with it. 4 defenders, he knifes around them. Backwards, behind the stripe. Forward Madison in some trouble. Now taking their time and controlling possession. Pinballed backwards, rejected an aerial play. Helmeted once, now twice. Mingos gather, it's Nico Brown. Brown, a stoppie, reverses fields. Well played in traffic. Flamingos setting up just beyond the attacking third. They go backwards to Kroll. Jake doesn't like the look, so he'll return to the midfield circle. Long shot struck down over the end line, and the ball to the Owls of Union Omaha. Too much on that. Take a look at the supporters. The Flamingos are feeling it. Coach told me specifically, we really rely on our supporters section. Hank Glazer, former USL Championship assistant, led Madison to the playoffs last season. Emphasizes possession and data-driven coaching. There's Coach. He's done an excellent job leading the way for this club on the pitch, and he is into it, fired up. In our scoreless 34th minute that's opening now. Owls have it battled through by the Owls. Flamingos centered through the circle to the backside. Forward Madison. Down the touchline, the sky blue and pink kits looking for some space. Union Omaha parked in front of them defensively. 4 defenders. He has it stripped away. Blown tire. Long delivery. Roped through traffic. Wide open opportunity, and he's offside. He was way offside. Called quickly by our AR2. We'll get another quick look at that. You can see roped down. He was not going to get away with that. Shane Richards, AR1. Eric Wood, AR2. I like the confidence. Bronick tried to play it off. I'm on side, come on. 35th minute has arrived and we're still scoreless. 10 minutes of regulation to play in this first half. Beyond a half of an hour in the books. Omaha and Madison duking it out in USL League One, playing a rivalry matchup. Thrown in and immediately sent off on an aerial duel. Mingos down on the attacking side, a rare scoring chance in what has been a frustrating match of these two sides. Ferdi Souza, the right back from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. A throw in, long delivery down into the 18, helmeted upwards through the air. This is played by the Owls, and Coleman sends it away. Well touched by Union Omaha, struck over the top. Forward Madison will have to retreat and regather. The USL on the CBS Sports Network kicks off May with a matchup. NorCal rivals. Oakland Roots Soccer Club take on Sacramento Republic FC May 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. Great coverage week in and week out. Love the partnership between these networks and USL, growing the game throughout North America. Really cool stuff to see. Through midfield, delivered out. Brent Coleman on top of it. Doesn't like the look. Return to Coleman again. Backside of the circle. Bent down, Owusu. Tried the long feed, in trouble. Owls. Great helmet of the ball, down towards the area. He controls it and sends it out to the penalty arc. Flamingos back in a defensive shell. He's got a scoring chance. Left off, delivered down low. Gallardo doesn't like that, going backwards. Union Omaha taking their time. Onto the ball, corner of the area, walks it inside. A shot deflected away, and the Flamingos towards the penalty arc. Set inside, backside of the 6, and it rolls through, staying just on into the corner where the Flamingos will regather. Forward Madison eliminates a deadly scoring threat from Union Omaha. Madison, through 4 matches played, has only scored 4 goals. Through 3 matches, 3 goals scored by the Owls of Union Omaha. In their last 3, these two have played and scored a dozen combined goals, but this season and tonight it doesn't seem very likely we're going to see a lot of scoring. We'll see if they can make me eat my words. Owls out to the midfield circle, onto it, tries it across, down to Owusu, battling through, and he is run down from behind, holding his neck, and the yellow card shown. We'll take another look at how this happened. It was rolled across, comes up behind him, and got a hand on the shoulder, and it was enough to draw the card immediately against Derek Gebhardt. 5th consecutive season with the Flamingos for Derek Gebhardt. Back underway, 38th minute, halfway over. Roped where it's intercepted by Derek, tried to battle it through. Gebhardt in pursuit, and this is hammered from midfield. Return momentarily. Now the long strike of the ball for the Mingos. In the middle third, battle for possession. Aired out, helmeted backwards by the Owls. And Union Omaha have got a man writhing on the pitch. wants the call, not going to get it. A referee, Yaya, having words with him. Aaron Gomez, the center forward, the one discussing the call with Yaya before we play on. 39th minute, bent long, touched backwards and controlled momentarily. Kickoff ahead of steam for the Owls. Union Omaha left off onto the penalty arc, wants to take a shot, rebounded. He's got it through traffic and lights one off that sails over the top of the twine. Joe Gallardo, the attacking midfielder, hasn't scored yet this season. Fourth appearance for him. Take another look at Gallardo. Took the shot, it rattled off of the blocker, battled around a second defender. First he meets Mel, then Osmond, gets off the shot, way too much on it. He goes high and wide. Great job creating the scoring opportunity. 40th minute winding. Goal kick, Burn Shipman. Rattles around at midfield, roped over the top. Headed not once but twice. Trying to control on the front side of the circle. Owls take it away, flicked across. Brandon Knapp. Through midfield, great delivery out front. Final third of the pitch, it's chipped down towards the 6-yard box, and Shipman flashes the gloves. Pursued by Max Schneider, he's scored once this season. The central midfielder has it stolen away out of the air right in front of his eyes. Take another look, great feed, chipped down, floated it over the top, and the little collision on the end of the field, Shipman keeps it away. 41st minute, halfway over. Shipman drop kicked the ball out to midfield where it's sent off by the Owls of Union Omaha. Quickly thrown down towards the corner. Couldn't be controlled by the Flamingos. Rattled off of forward Madison. Returned all the way to the keeper, Nuhu. Two-time Golden Glove winner gets us back underway quickly as we reach the 42nd minute of play. Blown tire, Omaha can't stay with it. Forward Madison can't stay with it either as we get the call. Boyce standing by with it. A set piece opportunity after a very, very dry first half of play for these two sides. The 11th and 12th on the table. A two-man micro wall built. Owls going to try and limit the opportunity. Kroll and Boyce standing by on top of the ball. 43rd minute has arrived. Here's the signal by the official. Boyce steps back, delivered long by Kroll, backside near the 6, helmeted away, regathered by the Flamingos just on the edge of the area. From near the end line, this is sent off. Misfire trying to direct it inside. He wants the call, saying that was sent off by the Owls. Murphy Jr., Scotch Plains, New Jersey native. Started 15 matches last season. Another look at the bend over the top. Kroll goes near the 6. The header, it finds its way to John Murphy Jr. He's heavily defended. He's saying that came off of the boot of Brandon Knapp. Knapp is between him and goalie, trying to fire the feet inside. We've got a head of steam headed to the other end of the pitch. Kickoff fought off down in the corner. 44th minute arrives in Madison, Wisconsin. Union Omaha, forward Madison. One win this season for forward Madison, one for Union Omaha. Got a player slow to rise. Gebhard will find his way onto his boots. Derek is a center forward from Blue Hill, Maine. Super crucial piece for the Flamingos. Sent on, rattled to the corner, bent over the top, backside, 6-yard box. There's a header and it goes wide. Saved at the last possible moment by the Flamingos. An excellent defensive effort. Thrown in. He bent it over the top. It goes to the backside of the 6-yard box. Header down in front and nobody's there. Shipman gets some help from the teammates, able to push that off, but another set piece coming. This time it'll be delivered by Joe Gallardo. Halfway through our 45th minute. Canopy Wealth Management donating $50 to Forward Madison FC's mini pitch fundraising project for each home corner kick taken by Forward Madison FC. Long bend from the corner, headed away by the Flamingos. They've got it rolling the direction they want, but it's regathered by the Owls, battling with it. Bronick down to the end line, can't chip it over the top, and we played 3/4 of an hour of regulation. The first half in the books, but we have stoppage time called for. 3 minutes of stoppage time is the signal from pitch side. Our fourth official delivers the news. Peter Bernardi calls that out, and we play on. Deadlocked and scoreless with a clean sheet between these two sides. Bert Shipman will take his time. The German strikes the ball down the field. We're back underway between the Flamingos and Owls. Glad you're with us. USL League One action on ESPN. So far this rivalry has been quiet. Some action, some scoring chances. Nothing extremely enthralling or exhilarating. This one rolls through traffic and is directed to Shipman, who will hammer the ball out through the center of the pitch. Back towards the attacking third. Coleman rejects this. Returned over the top. Gebhard's got it. Dribbles around a defender, maintains possession, well placed to the touchline. Through traffic, forward Madison to the backside on the corner of the 18-yard box. Triple teamed, left off towards the end line, feet inside, healed away. Regathered, Flamingos back out front to Gebhard. He's trailed a pair of defenders there, tries the feet inside, a header, knew who swats it, now cleared through the air by Coleman. Forward Madison tries to return this, and we've got a call. A player down for the Flamingos on the 6-yard box. Hopefully he's all right. There was a collision. Take another look. Gebhard delivered that inside, and on the save, some awkwardness. It looked like he almost got trapped between Nuhu and Akoff. Holding the back of his head, lying on the pitch. 3 minutes of stoppage time was what was called for. We're over 2 minutes of stoppage time gone, as that's a look at your keeper. Rashid Nuhu came from New York Red Bulls 2 to be with Union Omaha. And as you can see in the background, rising back to his boots. Looking to be all right. Glad to see that. Nico Brown, the left midfielder from Atlanta, Georgia. Back up and moving. And he does not look to be nursing himself as he comes down toward the officials' table. Yaya speaking with Coleman. Arguing his case with our referee, and he is fired up. Points right in the face of Yaya. Murphy Jr. trying to delegate. You can hear the Madison fans not happy. Bronick standing by. Carrera Garcia, the central midfielder, going to be the one to deliver the kick just along the edge of the midfield circle. Quickly from Carrera. Struck through midfield. Gebhardt harassed from behind and kept away from Akoff. Ball rolls off. 3 minutes of stoppage time is what was called for. We've almost played 4. Obviously an injury to Nico Brown. Had to take a moment to check on him. Back underway. Flamingos send it through alongside the Owls bench. Pinballed through traffic and back with it. Union Omaha. Nuhu strikes this long. We played 4 minutes and change of stoppage time. Long delivery over the top for Union Omaha and set off intentionally by the Flamingos. Hammered that off of a player. He'll take a seat. Hopefully he's all right. Mark Bronick, the striker from Brooklyn, New York. Hit with the ball, he'll get a hand and be back underway. Almost have played 5 minutes of stoppage time after 3 were called for. Flamingos looking to put us back underway. Madison, long delivery down the pitch. Headed and rejected by the Owls. Omaha knifed this through traffic and it's rejected by Madison. That brings us through 1/2 of play, 3/4 of an hour of regulation, 5 minutes of stoppage time between these two sides. USL 1 action in a heated rivalry between these two. It has been an electric first half of play. So far, though, a defensive chess match between these two sides. Back and forth they've gone. The calls from our referee, Yaya, making a big difference in how this one has shaken out. A lot of set pieces. Will this chess match boil over in our second half of play? We've got 3/4 of an hour more to go. We're scoreless, a clean sheet at the half. On USL League One action, all on ESPN. We'll have more when we return with our halftime analysis between Forward Madison FC and Union Omaha on ESPN.
Tomorrow isn't on the horizon, it's already here. At TrueStage, we've been building the future for nearly a century, empowering businesses to support their customers and members with what they need to thrive. Confidence in every step forward. With our range of simple and flexible financial solutions, we're not just ready for the future, we're shaping it, and we're helping you shape it too. Tomorrow isn't waiting, and neither should you. Learn more at truestage.com.
It's an S. I'm not bad. My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa.
Soy Juan Galindre.
I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin.
Justicia.
Justice.
Justice. Justice.
Justice from the ground. Justice from the ground up.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Deadlocked, a clean sheet at the half between Forward Madison FC and Union Omaha in USL League One play. The rivalry matchup, an electric first 3/4 of an hour. Our second half coming shortly in USL 1 play on ESPN. Let's take a look at the Jägermeister Round 1 in review.
Morris
Drives it. Header! Darren Smith in stoppage time. They good. And the lead is 2 in Spokane. What a barn burner of a first round. I can't wait for the second round. Hopefully we get more soon. Scoreless at the half, 3/4 of an hour gone. Second half coming up shortly. We'll be back with more USL League One play on ESPN. Oh, look at that! And listen to the crowd! The goal coming through! Oh, Sacramento is taking the lead!
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa.
Soy Juan Galindre. I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin. Justicia.
Justice.
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 Justice from the ground up. Justice from the ground up.
Back in Madison, Wisconsin, deadlocked, scoreless after one half of play between Forward Madison FC and the Owls of Union Omaha in this rivalry matchup in USL League One play. Barn burner first half of action. Take a look at the latest news and notes. The Jägermeister Cup sets, big ones. Naples, Charlotte, Spokane, Knoxville earned victories over USLC opposition in round one of the Jägermeister Cup. A housewarming party. It was a great crowd in Knoxville up on Rocky Top. A record in the venue, a sellout crowd at Covenant Health Park. And elevating the pathway, Fort Lauderdale United FC has announced their participation in USL 1 starting in 2026 after competing in USL 2. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule around the league. Good stuff tonight and tomorrow. Tonight we still have Texoma and Charlotte Independence. That's an 8 Eastern kick. Tomorrow it's 6 and 7. Knoxville, Portland, and Velocity taking on Westchester. I'll be with you for that one as well. A couple of great matches coming up in USL play. We're going to take another short break. When we come back, more USL League One action. Scoreless, a clean sheet at the half between Forward Madison and Union Omaha on ESPN.
Getting the exact vehicle you want is easy at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton. Come in and sit down with one of our sales professionals and build the Volkswagen you want. Pick all the features, order it, and then sit back and relax, knowing you're getting your dream vehicle. The best things in life are worth waiting for after all. Check out our selection online or in person, with new vehicles arriving every day. Your perfect Volkswagen could already be waiting for you at Zimbrick Volkswagen of Middleton.
This just in, Union Omaha Soccer is back, and the Owls are kicking off the new season here at Werner Park. Whether it's the heart-stopping action, delicious concessions, or your Owls, the 2024 USL League One champions electrify the pitch. Ring in the new season with the defending champions on Saturday, May 10th, as we celebrate our 5th trophy in club history. You don't just watch the action, you are the action, and we can't wait to see you. One city, one club. One means all.
My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa.
Soy Juan Galindre.
I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Justin.
Justicia.
Justice.
Justice. Justice.
Justice from the ground up. Justice from the ground up.
Come see how Dairyland fits your life. With affordable car insurance that fits your budget. And 24/7 customer service that fits your schedule. Even if you have coverage lapses or a bumpy driving history, we've got you covered. For 70 years, we've been helping people just like you get the car insurance they need. So why wait? Contact Dairyland today.
This week on USL All Access, we talk the big winners from Week 1 of Jägermeister Cup. We're also going to preview Sunday's nationally televised match between Oakland Roots and Sacramento Republic on CBS Sports Network. Liam O'Connell, technical director of USL Men's Pathway, joins us to talk the structural changes that have taken place at the youth level and how they're for the greater good of development in this country.
Back in Madison, Wisconsin. Welcome, I'm Gabriel Schrei. Glad you're with us for USL League One action on ESPN. For Madison, Union Omaha, let's take a look at some highlights. The first half between these two, frustration is the story, but look at this play. The keeper coming all the way out. Nuhu kicked it away from Boyce. He gets it right back, delivers it down to the left side. What a save. Splits, baby. Put that on the highlight reel. Call up Sports Center. Unreal save. Total sellout by Nuhu. That's why he's been so decorated throughout his career. We flash to the 37th minute where the Owls were playing up with some pressure. Nearly cleared away, but Union Omaha gets it all the way down just onto the edge of the 6-yard box. They're able to make something happen, but it's cleared finally by the Flamingos. Take another look. They almost get a shot off on the right side, driving into the 6-yard box. Then we flash forward to stoppage time, where this nearly developed into something. The Flamingos of forward Madison pushed their way down to the end line, floated it inside, big collision. Nuhu comes and makes the play with a little help. Let's take a look at the numbers from our first half of action. Scoreless, obviously. The shots, 5 apiece. Shots on target, 1-0. The lead with forward Madison. Possession is about an even split. Corners, the Owls had a few more. They also went offside once in that first half, and a yellow card issued to the Flamingos of forward Madison in the first half. Looking forward to more action and more numbers. We're going to go back to the pitch and get started momentarily between these two sides with our second half of action. Forward Madison, Owls of Union Omaha in USL League One play. This is a matchup that has been boiling for a while. They're 11 and 12 on the table. Both of them desperately need the points. Two sides played to 2 dramatic draws last season, a chaotic 3-3 Jaeger Cup clash won by Madison in a shootout. And this showdown has early implications in a tight mid-table race. Both clubs hoping to build some May momentum, if you will, as the Owls come together here and they're ready to go for our second half. Nuhu is the guy they're going to lean on again in this second half of action. Can he continue to keep a clean sheet and shut things down on the back? What can Shipman do for the Flamingos of forward Madison as you see him make his way out of the locker room? The big guy, originally from Germany, had a great first half. Both of them standing on their head. Obviously, the highlight reel save from Nuhu was incredible. These two are going to look to carry this match forward with no scoring. Omaha has leaned on conservative play on the road. Ostrom, Schneider have been bright spots. They've combined for a couple of assists and controlled distribution. Expect that compact counterattack to continue. They played it very well early. Defensive shape is meant to frustrate and delay from these Owls, and it certainly did delay and frustrate the Flamingos of Forward Madison through that first half. Ball's ready to go, fans are ready to go. 3/4 of an hour have been played. We've got 1/2 of football action left to go in USL League One on ESPN between the Owls and the Flamingos, as Forward Madison will start this second half with the ball. If you're just joining up with us, we're at Breese Stevens Field in Madison, Wisconsin. It's Forward Madison FC, who's 1-1-2, and the Union Omaha, who are 1-2-0. I'm Gabriel Schrein, glad you're along with us. Second half underway as the Flamingos control on the midfield stripe. Delivered to the touchline and pinballed backwards by the Owls. Flamingos. Long toss and a collision. Right away, the referee sending this the other way, and he doesn't like how quickly the kick came. Atahan Yaya, our official. A couple of close calls in that first half. Yaya still not satisfied. Now we get the signal and we'll play on. 46th minute comes to a close. First half just getting underway. Delivered through, well struck. And he is sent off with authority. We'll quickly see the throw in from the Flamingos. Boyce wanted to go backwards. Now he'll leave it off. Souza. 13th year as a professional, one of 5 Mingos to appear in every league match in 2024. Sent off. He'll throw in again. Panzani Faraday. Walking back down the touchline. He stands by and waits. Long toss into the 18, header down to the 6 and off over the end line. Union Omaha will load up the area. The Flamingos will certainly take that. Corner kick coming momentarily. Canopy Wealth Management donating $50 to Forward Madison's mini pitch fundraising project for each home corner kick taken by FMFC. Flamingos deliver this backside, rolled off by the Owls as Union Omaha clears it away. Regathered in the wing, dribbling, sent towards the 6-yard box, controlled by the Mingos. He keeps it in on the end line initially before it escapes, trickling off of the pitch. Great play, aggressive by Mitchell Osman, the center back, and the Australian just can't get that back. He was trying to put it back to Brown. You can see he's laughing it off, so close. 49th minute of play has arrived. Big collision we play on. And another, as now Yaya will send the ball with the Owls. Thrown too quickly for the liking of Yaya. Throw in. Brandon Knapp from Abingdon, Maryland, a graduate of St. John's University. Helmeted back to midfield, and Boyce is ridden. Got right on the back of Devin Boyce. Yaya sounding the whistle a lot to start our second half of action as we exit the 49th minute. Still a clean sheet. He has words warning him before we play on. Long men to the ball over the top, deep into the area. Boyce is after it. Flamingos have it. Here's a shot. Nuhu swats it away. Great play by Nuhu as Nico is slow to rise. Let's take another look at how that came through. Beautiful strike of the ball over the top. Boyce thought he had something going, somehow fed that across, rolling it down to Gebhardt, and the center forward lit off a shot, but it's swatted away by Nuhu. That means we'll see another corner kick. Struck down in front, header bent off over the end line. Juan Galindres goes down hard. The center forward from Colombia. Galindres fell onto his side and arm, up quickly, looks to be all right. Nuhu touches us underway in the 51st. Bent airing this out. Flamingos to the Owls. Couldn't be controlled. Over the top, floated down in the wing, looking inside. It's going to be bent into the 6, headered by the Flamingos. Can't regather initially. Owls towards the 6. Now in the corner. Vying for possession on the end line as this is bent off intentionally. Brandon Knapp will have to throw in, looking for that corner. Pinzani Sosa, the one who put that off. Heads up play by the right back. Knapp, the Maryland native, in the corner. This is sent off immediately. Joe Gallardo, the Californian, trying to control. So Boyce and the Flamingos will flip directions on the pitch. Sheet remains clean. We've played 7 minutes of our second half already. We're into the 52nd. Roped across. Mingos through traffic, nearly intercepted by the Owls. Union Omaha, some defensive pressure out to midfield. Brown rattled this through traffic, pinballed backwards, wanted Gebhardt. Loose again, this one delivered carefully to Gebhardt. He's got it, dribble, dribble, dribble towards the end line, fighting for possession as he blows a tire. Brent Coleman harassed him, and it was enough to disrupt the attack of Derek Gebhardt. Gebhardt's 5th consecutive season with the Flamingos. He's already scored a trio of goals. Had it, walked his way through the area, and Coleman does a great job of shutting him down. He can't stay with the ball. Tried to draw the call there, just couldn't get it. Really nice form by both sides. Both of them vying to get the call they wanted. Coaches with Wooten, and it looks like he may have gotten cut up on his leg. Working with athletic staff to get back onto the pitch. And we'll see goal kick from Nuhu. 53rd minute, winding towards our 54th as we remain deadlocked and scoreless between Madison and Omaha. USL League One action, the 11th and 12th clubs on the table. Nuhu strikes the ball long out to midfield. From the center of the pitch, Boyce runs down a man, and immediately Yaya sounds the whistle. Max Schneider, the former Indy 11 roster member, was after the ball, and Boyce let him have it. Free kick. Sent through. Delivered well to Joe Gallardo. He leaves it off down to the wing for Brandon Knapp. Delivered out front. Milanese. Stolen away by the Flamingos. Gebhardt, a blown tire, goes down hard as Wooten will give this back to the Flamingos. Yaya made the call. The Flamingos want more. Gebhardt with the ball. Trip goes down hard. Some awkwardness as his ankle may have gotten trapped. Yaya shows the card to Murphy Jr. Not happy with him. Most emotion we've seen out of Yaya in this match. John Murphy Jr.'s upset. Gebhardt can't believe it. And now some shoving as they're trying to keep Gebhardt away, and he's got words for Yaya. Adahan Yaya, our referee, very upset with him. Certainly looked like he was at risk of real injury on that. The slide tackle caught his boot under him. Glad to see he's all right, back up and walking around. Though maybe a bit emotional. 55th minute closing in on the 56th. Still deadlocked and scoreless in USL League One play between Madison and Omaha. Pinball through. Owls can't clear it away. Flamingos have it. Boyce stripped away. He's got it again on the touchline. Battling in the corner, and the Owls wanting the call get it. You could hear the Madison fans not happy. This second half of action has been all whistles from Yaya. Stoppage after stoppage. John Murphy caught the yellow card. John Murphy Jr., central midfielder from New Jersey. That's going to be his third yellow card this season. 21 matches last year, the 2024 season, and 2023 played with South Georgia Tormenta FC. Served as the captain for New York Red Bulls 2 in 2022. Had a couple of goals back then. 56th minute, winding on. Owls will throw in. They're down in the attacking third now. Well played initially, pinballed away by the Mingos. Owls regather. Union Omaha, a little bit of space to work with as they're bringing pressure against forward Madison on their home pitch. Marco into the wing, left off for Brandon Knapp. Double teamed, taken by Boyce. Tried to send that down the field, and Boyce is trapped on the touchline. He's got a card in his hand and shows it. This time it's Knapp. Brandon Knapp, the defensive midfielder. That'll be his first yellow card of this young season. Another collision. Yaya sounds the whistle. This has become very physical very quickly. 57th minute, closing in on our 58th. John Murphy Jr., the one who caught his third yellow card of the season a few moments ago for arguing with Adahan. Delivered backwards and picked up by Omaha. Wants to knife his way through traffic and taken away by Boyce, but he loses it. Blown tire. Thrown on quickly by Marco. Ball rattles around. Flamingos trying to establish possession, taken away by Wooten. Well delivered across. Backwards on the field towards their own area. Marco around Boyce to Brandon Knapp. Knapp caught a yellow card moments ago. Collision, trying to draw the whistle, and he will. And another yellow shown against the Flamingos. Unbelievable. Jose Carrera Garcia. He'll catch his second yellow card of the season on this collision. Knapp sent it out, taken up, and brushes the back of Max Schneider. And it's enough contact that Schneider is able to draw the yellow. Carrera Garcia, 3 yellow cards shown in the last couple of moments. Adahan Yaya is trying to keep control of this match in Madison, Wisconsin, 1 card at a time. Now Coleman trying to delegate. Eric Everett's still down. Here's the athletic staff who comes on to check on him. Aaron Gomez trying to pull him back to his boots. John Murphy Jr., Carrera Garcia still arguing their case with Adahan Yaya. Trying to laugh it off. Derek Gebhardt has been taking a beating at home. The Flamingos leading scorer, a trio of goals this season. They need him on the attacking end of the pitch. Has been effectively shut down by the Owls in a very physical rivalry match in USL League One play. Almost a quarter of an hour gone in our second half as we're getting a water break in the 60th minute between the Owls and Flamingos. Union Omaha, a club with championship pedigree. They won USL 1 in 2021. Still adjusting to a new core, looking to settle the ship and show signs of life offensively today. And so far, I would say they've done that very well. Flamingos fans frustrated with what has been a very tightly officiated second half. This first quarter of an hour, we have heard the whistle over and over again as one of the most dangerous players in pro soccer coming off. USL League One's Derek Gebhard, the Flamingo, headed to get a break along the touchline. Hopefully he's all right. Just an electric start to the year for him. Gebhard, center forward from Blue Hill, Maine. 5th season with the Flamingos, scored 3 goals already, and this is just his 5th match of the year he's playing in. 1 hour is gone between the Owls and Mingos. Union Omaha puts us back underway. Long bend by Samuel Owusu. Touched by the Flamingos out front from the wing. Gebhard is back. Hello. Derek sneaking up behind the Owls. Schneider tried to send this through. It's regathered by Owusu. Backwards goes Union Omaha. Touched and gathered by Marco. Rolled down to Gallardo. Joe pushes this forward. Broken up by the Flamingos. Boyce tries to send it through. Gebhard, a little hip check. Gathered by Schneider. Just over the midfield stripe, and it's rejected immediately through the air. Omaha. Marco gets it right back. Ships this over the top down into the area. Owls onto it, and it's stopped. Blown dead for the offside. Gomez got to the ball, tried to control and work with it. All-time appearance leader for El Paso Locomotive FC. Just couldn't gather and get it rolling for the Owls. 62nd minute closing in on our 63rd. Mingo stepping through midfield. He's got a head of steam, tries to deliver inside to Boyce, and it's broken up. Union Omaha leaves this off. Midfield stripe, backwards he goes. Through the circle, bent across to Marco. He'll leave it off on the touchline to Gallardo. Joe, harassed and defended heavily, so it's returned by the Owls. Bent through traffic. Regathered on the front of the circle. Union Omaha stopping up in the face of Yaya. Kimi Amish tries to force this up toward the area. Amish gets it right back. Kimi through traffic, pinballs its way down. On the attack, Owls looking to get off a shot, and this one's sent away. Deon Akoff, the right winger from Fontana, California, nearly pulling something together. Throw in coming in our 63rd. Stands by and delivers. Amish sends it right back to him. Kimi standing in the wing. Delivered into the area down near the end line. Trying to play away from the Flamingos. Bent inside. Here's a shot and it sails. Way too much on that. Not a chance as our supporters section trying to make some noise and disrupt those Owls. Union Omaha, forward Madison, USL 1, 64th minute winding. On a roll with a head of steam. Here come the Flamingos. Estopi at midfield. They'll return. Madison tries the bend down out front. Boyce sidesteps one defender, chips it across, looking for Brown, taken away. Akoff, this pinball's around. Boyce, heavily defended. Ball is lost over the touchline, and it will stay in possession of forward Madison. Throw in coming quickly. Madison back to the midfield stripe. Full return and reset. We'll chip it, floating this down across to Souza. Double teamed. He'll chip this towards the 18-yard box. It's returned just beyond the reach of Boyce and gathered by Gallardo. Long bend of the ball. Rolling around. This one sent aerial. John Murphy Jr., who suffered the yellow card. Stand by, Union Omaha. The shot goes wide. Wide open, all alone on the corner of the 6. Misfires. Another look. That was a prime scoring chance by Brandon Knapp. Tried for the left-footed goal as we get the slide in for Mitchell Osmond. And not so much the disruption of Osmond as the pressure of being wide open. He just misfires. Knapp took the shot. That's his second shot of the season. His last was on target. 66th minute. This one rattles around and is off. Throw-in coming for the Owls of Omaha. Pair of changes. John Murphy Jr., who suffered the yellow card, is coming off. In his stead, Aiden Macias. Throw in for the Owls. Touches it to himself, run down from behind, immediately blown dead. Murphy from Macias. Central midfielder from London, England, Aiden, has been very efficient. Playing in his 5th match this season already for forward Madison. Tallied 4 goals in just 14 matches last year. Team high in passing accuracy, 93%. Played for the Queen Parks Rangers from 2012 to 2019. 67th minute is winding. Regulation burning quickly in Madison, Wisconsin between Union Omaha and the Flamingos. Marco returns this behind the circle. Head of steam coming through quickly. Union Omaha left off towards the wing, right side of the area, walks it down, dribble, 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 headed away immediately by the Flamingos. They've got it rolling. Owls return, still on the attack. Gallardo looking to bend this over the top, helmeted away, regathered. Swarming, Max Schneider fires a shot, too much as it sails. Bernd Shipman, a sigh of relief for the keeper and the Flamingos. You can tell he's not happy with himself. Take another look. It was sent backward. Schneider gathered, stepped around Yaya from straight on the penalty arc, fires that, the blast into the stairwell. 68th, still scoreless, a clean sheet between these two sides. Schneider, the intercept, and a blown tire as this rolls off. Wants something from Yaya. Yaya sounded the whistle over and over and over again the first 10 minutes of our second half of action. Since then, relatively quiet. Flashed a few yellows. Now we play in mostly silence. 69th minute coming in a deadlock between these two sides. Flamingos on Owls. Defensive pressure immediately. Flamingos roll this all the way to the center back. Controlled by Mel. Timmy leaves it off. Struck through traffic. Long ball, and a head of steam is taken away by the Owls. Omaha through midfield. Harassed is Kimi Amish. Down the pitch, inside, and from the area, this is cleared off. Very well played defensively by Timmy. The center back from Manhattan Beach, California, boots that off with his right foot. 70th minute of play coming as the Flamingos supporter section whooping out onto the pitch. Joe Gallardo, the California native. He'll bend the corner. The set piece, crucial for the Owls. Can Union Omaha capitalize? Bent down low, hammered away, trying to clear, regathered, Schneider on it. There's a shot, the blast, high and wide. Too much again for Union Omaha. Now 3 scoring chances in a row that were from prime position, prime opportunities that have sailed. Too much sauce, too much power, not enough touch. Schneider left it off, tried the shot, couldn't put it on the frame, and the keeper was out of position. That could have been a great scoring chance with a little more finesse. Flamingos out to midfield, rattles through, Owls onto it. Union Omaha, long delivery, couldn't chip that through traffic. Gathered, Brown out of the air, tries to the Mingos, taken away by Union Omaha. Akoff walking his way, picking through traffic, left off, far side on the touchline, down into the wing, dribble, 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 stops on the right side of the area, push through Omaha, bent inside and headed away. Gathered, Gebhardt. He's got 3 goals this season already as he is taken down and sent to the pitch by the Owls. Ball will stay with forward Madison. He has taken a beating in this match. Very, very physical outing for him on this Saturday afternoon. He's going to need the ice tub. 71st minute rolling in USL League One action, a rivalry matchup between the Birds. They've flocked together near the bottom of the table, both desperate for some points to push themselves up into the middle of the standings in the early stage we're in. Left off by Gebhardt, intercept this one, prime chance for Union Omaha. Bent out to the arc, taken away by the Flamingos. Rolled to midfield where Brown's got it, Nico delivers backwards. On the back line, Amishi there. In trouble, stolen by Union Omaha. Couldn't stay with it as this rolls to the touchline and stays in play. Owls float it down into the area, hammered by the Mingos. This pinball's off. Thrown in by Omaha. Roped out to the midfield circle. Left off for Marco. Trying the other end, Gallardo. Delivers into the wing, couldn't step around the defender and sent off. Devin Boyce staying back, taking his time. He's been important tonight. Unable to create the scoring opportunities they need. Forward Madison is now feeling some pressure from Union Omaha, who has relatively stayed back and tried to force big plays by biding their time and shutting things down defensively. Flamingos right on cue, trying to create something offensively. Pickpocketed, he's still with it. Gebhardt and Brown, a foot race, dribbling down into the wing, turns and looks, has some help. Back to Gebhardt, deep in the wing on the touchline. 2 defenders, now 3, trying to fight his way around them. He's in trouble and it's sent off by Union Omaha. Owls will take over. Gallardo. 73rd minute of play, Omaha. Almost to her 74th. A clean sheet remains in Wisconsin. Flown on, this one rattles through and is stolen away out of the air by Sergio, the midfielder. 2024 National Scholar Player of the Year at WVU, 14 goals. Owls all the way into the attacking end, down into the area, fires a shot. This is rejected and sent off. A set piece awaits Union Omaha. Great play defensively by Nico Brown. Gets a hold of it. Dion walks his way down, the California native, the right winger, fired the shot, and Brown is able to stop that. 74th minute, halfway over. The Mingos supporters section whooping it up. To be delivered by Joe Gallardo. 2 white kits in the 6-yard box, standing by Sergio and Marco. 4 more await in the 18. Joe steps up, delivers, bent over the top floater, helmeted, still loose, and gathered carefully by Shipman. The goalkeeper flashes the gloves, I like the play by Owusu. Tried to put it up and tee up a teammate, but unable to get the connection he needed to finish that. Our sheet remains clean with just over a quarter of an hour to play. We played 1.25 hours between Omaha and Madison here in Wisconsin. Pro Side Soccer, USL League One action, all on ESPN. This one delivered through Head of Steam, taken away initially. Boyce can't stay with it. Sergio isn't able to gather as it ends up on the boots of Souza. The right back from the Democratic Republic of the Congo will keep possession and throw in for the Mingos. The clean sheet lives on, thrown in long. Helmeted back towards midfield, and this one rolls off. Both clubs want possession. The official going to send that with forward Madison. Pumped. Souza wants to go the other way. Long delivery, airing it out into the wing. This one sent backwards. Boyce after it. Touched at by the Mingos. Somehow this one come down with by forward Madison, and it rolls off at midfield. Ball now certainly with the Owls of Omaha. Forward Madison bested Charlotte on April 11th, played to a draw against Richmond on March 29th, lost 2-0 to Naples on March 15th. Collision, forward Madison delivered a cross through midfield. He'll stop Amishi there. Tries the bend right down the center field stripe. The connection lets him light off a shot. The pass down towards the area is cleared immediately by Omaha. Forward Madison tries the other side. Similar look as Dion will guide that back to Nuhu. He made an unbelievable highlight reel save in our first half. Union Omaha could play us to a draw. From the very corner, hammered in the end of the circle, and this will go the other way. Omaha's recent formal loss at Richmond 1-0 on the 9th of April. 1-3-1 at Tormenta on March 29th. Lost to Greenville in Greenville on March 12th. Next for forward Madison, they travel to 1 Knoxville on May 9th, Worcester SC on the 17th, and on May 24th, Portland Hearts of Pine. Union Omaha, Portland Hearts of Pine on the 10th of May, Texoma on the 17th, and on the 25th, FC Naples. Ball is through the Owls, taken away by the Mingos and cleared in the 78th minute. Just beyond midfield, Madison taking a moment. He's got a problem with his boot. We'll see the throw in. Execution has been perfect. Dominic has to be so happy with his club. Frustrating forward Madison, slowing things down, doing exactly what they like to do on the road, creating sluggish play and withdrawing any opportunity. Flamingos on cue take this away, but can't deliver the pass they needed to the edge of the area. Skying it out, this rolls off. Throw in coming. Flamingos backwards with the ball. Timmy Mell. Forward Madison trying the touchline. Into midfield, this rattles back and forth. Knitting passes across the top of the turf. Rolled through and caught up on the boots of Souza. Great pass. Here's a long delivery, and this one goes well wide and high. Goal kick coming from Nuhu. center forward, tried the shot. Results in a goal kick for Nuhu and Omaha. Union rolls this through the area backwards. Chipped around one would-be attacker. Flamingos can't get to it in time again as this pinballs its way all the way down the field and will be thrown in by the Flamingos. Souza to the keeper on the back, Shipman. Byrne ropes this across. Struck down to the touchline, nearly stole it away. Owls now on top of it, blown tire, he goes down hard. Yaya immediately sounds the whistle. Looks like he'll flash a yellow for that. Ball found the toes of his boots. And as you can see, coming from behind, Brown took him off of them. Kimi Amish, the right fielder, originally from France, is the one who goes down hard and is writhing in pain. Brown is the one who suffers. Figuratively, of course, as he'll take the yellow card. That's going to be his first yellow of the season. 81st minute is halfway over, and this is a prime spot for the kick. Doesn't get better than this for the Owls of Union Omaha. They can capitalize. Standing by with the ball, Amishi and Joe Gallardo. The Flamingos whooping it up. 82nd minute has arrived. Pushing and shoving down on the penalty spot. Yaya looks satisfied. Directing traffic before he'll give the signal. There it is. Amish, Gallardo standing by with the ball. Delivered over the top, Joe Gallardo backside. Look for the header and he misfired. Aaron Gomez couldn't get the helmet onto the ball. Brushes it off of the pitch instead. It's goal kick for the Flamingos. Midway through the 82nd, Gallardo delivers. It's perfectly placed. He just couldn't get the ball into the box. Oh, what a chance. Would have been the first score of the season for the center forward from El Paso, Texas. Damia, the left back from Spain, out onto the pitch. Walking around the edge of the field is Juan Galindres. Hammered down the sideline, fighting for it. Union Omaha deep in the wing near the corner, floated over the top, looking for help. This one rolls its way out of the area. Going to be sent backwards. Owls on top of it. Marco delivers inside. Roped, stolen. Lots of space for Brown and his Flamingos. Now sliding in this one. Chipped off by Marco. Right up onto the table. Thrown in immediately by Boyce. Forward Madison. Late in the 83rd minute. Bent all the way to the back side of the field. Down the turf, through midfield, stopping right on top of the stripe. One pass, Gebhardt stolen away, regathered immediately by Madison. Mingos left off for Derek Gebhardt. Almost a double team on it for the moment. Rolled the Mel, Timmy through traffic. Touched up, he's pushed to the turf, and we'll see a kick from there. Prime position for forward Madison. He'll paint the stripe. Take another look at where he went down. Mel is the one who delivers. And he's just checked in moments ago. It's Macias, the central midfielder from London, England, who is pushed down. Got a player slow to rise. This is Mitchell Osmond, the center back from Sydney, Australia. Hopefully he's all right. Osmond speaking with Yaya and Shipman. Medical staff is on for forward Madison. Forward Madison has already played their home opener. Matt Glazer and his Flamingos are winless in their home venue. Anything they could pull together would be massive. Michael Chalaka, center back from Israel, standing by. 28 matches, 1 goal in the 2024 season. Played with Maccabi Tel Aviv FC of the Israel Premier League before coming stateside. Chalaka will check in for Mitchell Osman. Hopefully Osman's all right. Union Omaha has never won at Breese Stevens Field in regulation. Great round of applause for Osman, who is up under his own power after he looked like he was in quite a bit of pain. Hopefully he's all right. Chalaka in his place. Osman, a well-deserved break. The Israeli taking his place late in this match. We're in the 86th minute. Less than 5 to play in regulation. Both of these clubs have yet to post a clean sheet this season. I think we'll see something. Maybe not right here. We'll certainly have a bucket of stoppage time to make our way through. Omaha just 3 goals in their last 270 minutes of league action. Standing by for the kick. Boyce and Villader. Devin Boyce looking to Villader. The referee is positioning traffic before making the signal. Yaya looking satisfied as he steps back. Now calling out down low to Nuhu. Wants some movement on the left side of that penalty arc. Yaya again steps off and now makes the signal. Boyce chops, fakes, Villader delivers, backside, header loose over the end line, and this is off. A chance. Forward Madison can't pull it all together. Timmy Mell right down on the end line. Boyce, great fake. And he steps off after the fake. Villader delivers, bent just a bit too much, as the initial header from Timmy Mell is off the mark. And I thought for a moment Jake Kroll might take it that. Union Omaha has flipped ends of the pitch through in the attacking third from the wing. Owls down inside, pinballs away. Flamingos onto it on the penalty arc, trying to clear. Maybe a moment of trouble as Gebhardt ends up with the ball. Kept away from Akoff and keeping it rolling for Forward Madison. Through into the attacking end. Chalaka, the center back, goes backwards. Roped through. Boyce returns to him. Devin all the way back to Timmy Mell. The Californian puts it across. Looking both ways, shouting, directing traffic. Forward Madison airs this out, letting it go. Boyce, a header, it's loose. Nuhu slides onto the ball. Brown was crashing down in the area. Boyce slow to rise after a big collision. Union Omaha gets us back on the road. 2 minutes left in regulation. Forward Madison playing up and streaking after the ball. It's Carrera Garcia in pursuit. Roped down to the touchline, through midfield and slowing the pace. Brown plays on the attack. Sent backwards. Traffic from Coleman. One pass now to Gallardo. Let it fly towards the area. Stolen away off the back foot of Boyce. Centered up. Union Omaha. Time, can't deliver inside. They'll reset. Brandon Knapp leaves it off down on the touchline. Trying to chip his way around the defender. Battles his way to the end of the pitch. This goes off. And everybody says they've got possession. Forward Madison emphatic that should go with them. He's arguing with our AR. Villader can't believe it. And so the Flamingo supporter section begins to whoop. The 90th minute arrives in Madison, Wisconsin. will it be enough to disrupt Omaha? The Owls, a set piece in the closing moments of regulation. A massive scoring opportunity. They change who will deliver from the corner. It's Kaimi Amish. Kaimi bends it, floats it out in front, and this one hammered away. Headed by forward Madison, taken back on the edge of the area, fights his way into the wing, down near the touchline. Again, towards the end of the pitch, Owls deliver out front from the 6-yard box, sent out to the penalty arc, still with it, a little bit of time, knifed his way through traffic initially, and now Chalaka sends it away for the Flamingos. We've nearly reached full time. A wrap-up, Kaimi grabbed it. Amish grabs Brown, he falls to the turf. Yaya is exchanging words with Brown, who runs off. We'll see it throw. 91st has arrived. 6 minutes of stoppage time called for in Madison, Wisconsin. Buckle your seatbelt, hold on. That is a long time. Regulation in the books, and so the streak continues. Madison, second highest passing accuracy in the league, but only 4 goals in 4 games. Union Omaha, though, has never won at Breese Stevens Field in regulation time. Union Omaha on command, coming down, couldn't quite pull that through. Gebhardt harassed, tries to fight his way through midfield, and big collision. Ball will stay with forward Madison. 60 seconds of our 6 minutes of stoppage time is gone. Gebhardt walks through the middle of the pitch, throw incoming. To be delivered by Souza. The right back steps and delivers. Long ball over the top. Boyce tried to feed that to Gebhardt. Devin to Brown. Sent off immediately. Boyce again will throw in. Devin Boyce, a right midfielder from St. Louis, Missouri. All league first team honors in 2024. Instead, Souza will throw in. Calling out to his teammates. Devin Boyce streaks towards him on the touchline. 3 defenders around him. Brown comes closer. Floated over the top, headed away initially by the Owls, gathered out on the penalty arc, rolled to the back side of the area. He's working his way back towards midfield. A reset for the Flamingos. Mingos bend this down towards the corner, and it rolls off. Too much on it. Chalaka couldn't get onto the ball. Throw in coming for the Owls. Union Omaha blown tired. Schneider step off and leave the ball. To be delivered by Owusu. The Ghanaian, who came from NYCFC2, he'll step off as well and leave it for Nuhu. Another Ghanaian, he's from Accra. Almost halfway through stoppage time. Nuhu, who made the incredible save in our first half. Long delivery gathered just beyond the area. Derek couldn't get onto it, and the call. Too much contact for the liking of Yaya. Sergio hip checked him and ran him down. Souza leaves it off. Long strike of the ball, and a blown tire just beyond the area. Brown in pursuit. Owls. Boyce defensively on top of Gallardo. Sent around him to midfield. Pushed by forward Madison through. On the edge of the circle, this goes around Gebhardt. Down the touchline. Owls through traffic. Harassed by the Mingos. He gets it into the area, steps around one last defender, and this one is taken away by Chalaka. Regathered in the wing. Union Omaha to the end line, trying to step around him again, and it's sent away from Dianakoff. They'll try again with a throw-in. Union Omaha just beyond the wing. Taken up by Sergio. Not a lot of options. Union Omaha retreats to midfield. 4 minutes of our 6 of stoppage time played. Delivered long, Marco. Given to Gallardo. Joe has this one sent away. Derek Gebhard, heavy pressure defensively. Under 90 seconds left in our called for stoppage time. Throw in coming. Into the wing. This one is going to be bent over the top, out front of the penalty arc. Headered aerial floater for the Owls. Going to be regathered. Akoff has this slide tackled away and off of the pitch. Union Omaha rolls this out towards the center of the field. Through traffic, looking both ways. Not a lot of options. He'll hand it off to Marco. Down to the corner. Stepped back out front. Marco bends this inside 6-yard box. Headed away by the Flamingos. Regathered by the Owls. Union Omaha tried to send that into the wing. He's still down on the turf. Joe Gallardo writhing in pain as Yaya will come over to check on him. 5.5 of stoppage time played when the whistle sounds. They called for 6. Gallardo arguing with Yaya, pleading his case. Thrown in. Boyce tried to put that down the field. We played 6 minutes of stoppage time. That's what they called for. Union Omaha under the threat of a full-time whistle. Misfired. Omaha tried to put it through. Sent long by the Flamingos all the way to the back, and we've reached full time. This one ends with a clean sheet, the first of the year for both clubs, as it's a deadlock. Add one more draw and split the points up between these two. Certainly have to be happy with the result, as they are 11th and 12th on the table. They'll take a few, they'll climb up the standings over the weekend and see if they can't position themselves to keep the season moving forward in a more positive direction. What a performance by these two sides defensively. This one was just an absolute struggle. And the onslaught of shots that were deflected away defensively were impressive, but none more impressive than this. Our play of the match, Nuhu, what a play. Look at this, Boyce gets through. Nuhu is all the way out at midfield, chips it away from him. It's regathered, sent back to Devin Boyce, floated down inside, and he comes out and able to push this away from Derek and off of the field. Nuhu, what a play, unreal. Completely does the splits, look at that. Rolls right off of his leg and boot and off of the field. An impressive play of the match. And this is our man of the match, Bernd Shipman, the goalkeeper from Munster, Germany. 14 clean sheets last season, clean sheet tonight. Congratulations to Mr. Bernd Shipman, the man of the match in the Flamingo. A scoreless draw between these two sides, a clean sheet on ESPN.
My name is John Murphy. Pausani Ferry Sosa.
Soy Juan Galindre. I'm Devin Boyce.
I gotta get a couple push-ups in, you know?
I can juggle. Just it. Justicia.
Justice.
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 Justice from the ground. Justice from the ground up.
Tomorrow isn't on the horizon, it's already here. At TrueStage, we've been building the future for nearly a century, empowering businesses to support their customers and members with what they need to thrive. Confidence in every step forward. With our range of simple and flexible financial solutions, we're not just ready for the future, we're shaping it. And we're helping you shape it too. Tomorrow isn't waiting, and neither should you. Learn more at truestage.com.
Back in Madison, Wisconsin, a scoreless draw between these two sides as you see the man of the match, Vern Shipman. Let's take a look at the highlights from this one. Ended in a deadlock. It all started way back early between the Flamingos and the Owls. Look at this play. Down the touchline, tried to send it inside, and it's hammered away. Nuhu makes the incredible save. In the 50th minute, things kept heating up. A long bend over the top looking for Brown. Headed away initially, nearly regathered, and Gemhardt has it swatted off into the VIP seating. Take another look at this. Down inside, Gemhardt tried to battle his way to the end line. Nuhu, both gloves, pushes that one off of the pitch. In the 65th minute, just over an hour had been played between these two sides. Working it down, the Owls bent it across to the backside. Prime scoring chance, doesn't get better than that. Shipman stands by and watches as the left-footed shot is misfired. This one just sails up over the Flamingos supporter section. Let's flash forward to the 82nd minute where the action kept increasing. Backdoor feed, another prime scoring chance. The Owls are going to feel good about that in the film room. Next time, Gomez will be certain to hammer that. Take a look at the 87th minute. It wasn't over yet. Backdoor feed, the header, and again misfired. We saw a few great scoring chances. Let's take a look at the stats from this match. Your final numbers between the Owls and the Flamingos. Scoreless, 13 shots for Union Omaha, 9 for forward Madison. Shots on target, 2-0. A couple for forward Madison. Nuhu made the saves. Possession was 53% for Union Omaha, 47 for the Flamingos. 6-3 corners. That does it for our coverage. A great match, a great battle between these two sides that ended scoreless. A deadlock, a clean sheet for both of these clubs. The first of the year as they go to the draw and split the points in this rivalry matchup. Thank you for joining us. For our entire crew, for the Flamingos, for the Owls, I'm Gabriel Schreiss saying so long from Madison, Wisconsin. USL League One play on ESPN.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
Onto it, tries it across, down to Owusu. Battling through, and he is run down from behind, holding his neck, and the yellow card shown. Onto it, tries it across, down to Owusu. Battling through, and he is run down from behind, holding his neck, and the yellow card shown. We'll take another look at how this happened. It was rolled across, comes up behind him, and got a hand on the shoulder. And it was enough to draw the card immediately against Derek Gebhardt. Onto it, tries it across, down to Owusu. Battling through, and he is run down from behind, holding his neck, and the yellow card shown. We'll take another look at how this happened. It was rolled across, comes up behind him, and got a hand on the shoulder. And it was enough to draw the card immediately against Derek Gebhardt. Milanese stolen away by the Flamingos. Gebhardt, a blown tire, goes down hard as Wooten will give this back to the Flamingos. Yaya made the call. The Flamingos want more. Gebhardt with the ball, Tripp goes down hard. Some awkwardness as his ankle may have gotten trapped. Yaya shows the card to Murphy Jr. Not happy with him. Most emotion we've seen out of Yaya in this match. John Murphy Jr.'s upset. Milanese stolen away by the Flamingos. Gebhardt, a blown tire, goes down hard as Wooten will give this back to the Flamingos. Yaya made the call. The Flamingos want more. Gebhardt with the ball. Tripp goes down hard. Some awkwardness as his ankle may have gotten trapped. Yaya shows the card to Murphy Jr. Not happy with him. Most emotion we've seen out of Yaya in this match. John Murphy Jr.'s upset. Marco into the wing, left off for Brandon Knapp. Double teamed, taken by Boyce. Tried to send that down the field, and Boyce is trapped on the touchline. He's got a card in his hand and shows it. This time it's Knapp. Brandon Knapp, the defensive midfielder. Marco into the wing, left off for Brandon Knapp. Double teamed, taken by Boyce. Tried to send that down the field, and Boyce is trapped on the touchline. He's got a card in his hand and shows it. This time it's Knapp. Brandon Knapp, the defensive midfielder. Marco around Boyce to Brandon Knapp. Knapp caught a yellow card moments ago. Collision, trying to draw the whistle, and he will. And another yellow shown against the Flamingos. Unbelievable. Jose Carrera Garcia. He'll catch his second yellow card of the season on this collision. Knapp sent it out, taken up, and Marco around Boyce to Brandon Knapp. Knapp caught a yellow card moments ago. Collision, trying to draw the whistle, and he will. And another yellow shown against the Flamingos. Unbelievable. Jose Carrera Garcia. He'll catch his second yellow card of the season on this collision. Knapp sent it out, taken up, and struck down to the touchline, nearly stole it away. Owls now on top of it, blown tire, he goes down hard. Yaya immediately sounds the whistle. Looks like he'll flash a yellow for that. Ball found the toes of his boots. And as you can see, coming from behind, Brown struck down to the touchline, nearly stole it away. Owls now on top of it, blown tire, he goes down hard. Yaya immediately sounds the whistle. Looks like he'll flash a yellow for that. Ball found the toes of his boots. And as you can see, coming from behind, Brown took a fend down perfectly to Acoff. Dion fighting his way to the end line. Pressure coming inside in front of the 6. Controlled and delivered away by the Flamingos. Out to midfield. Forward Madison. Fend down perfectly to Acoff. Dion fighting his way to the end line. Pressure coming inside in front of the 6. Controlled and delivered away by the Flamingos. Out to midfield. Forward Madison. Acoff goes backwards. Controlled by forward Madison. Flamingos through traffic, left off, right side of the 18. A blast, and it's lifted long and far and sailing. Acoff goes backwards. Controlled by forward Madison. Flamingos through traffic, left off, right side of the 18. A blast, and it's lifted long and far and sailing. Long men to the ball over the top, deep into the area. Boyce is after it. Flamingos have it. Here's a shot. Nuhu swats it away. Long men to the ball over the top, deep into the area. Boyce is after it. Flamingos have it. Here's a shot. Nuhu swats it away. Rattled out. Dead on from the penalty arc. Omaha Owls down into the area and cleared away intentionally by the Flamingos. Rattled out, dead on from the penalty arc. Omaha Owls down into the area and cleared away intentionally by the Flamingos. Can Union Omaha capitalize? Bent down low, hammered away, trying to clear, regathered, Schneider on it. There's a shot, the blast, high and wide. Too much again. Can Union Omaha capitalize? Bent down low, hammered away, trying to clear, regathered, Schneider on it. There's a shot, the blast, high and wide. Too much again for Gallardo, standing by with the ball. Delivered over the top, Joe Gallardo backside. Look for the header, and he misfired. Aaron Gomez couldn't get the helmet onto the... Gallardo, standing by with the ball. Delivered over the top, Joe Gallardo backside. Look for the header, and he misfired. Aaron Gomez couldn't get the helmet onto the... Take a shot, rebounded. He's got it through line. His own power after he looked like he was in quite a bit of pain. Hopefully he's all right. Chalaka in his place. Osmond, a well-deserved break. We really rely on our supporters section. Matt Glazier, former USL Championship assistants, led Madison to the... Take a look at the supporters. The Flamingos are cleared off. Very well played defensively by Timmy. Villader delivers, backside, header, loose over the end line in this... Villader delivers, backside, header, loose over the end line in this...